Hey, new hat, 20 bucks. They sell them all over in Tamarindo, Costa Rica. You need, protection from the sun. I noticed a lot of the locals, even those guys who are working in construction and whatnot, they wear jeans and socks and shoes and long sleeve shirts and hats, and they have these head coverings to stay out of the sun. I don't know how they do it. It gets so hot here. It gets hot here during the day, but at night it's nice. It's very, very comfortable, and first thing in the morning. So anyways, yeah, that's why I wear a hat. Also got a new car. There it is. Closed it 3 days ago. So I talked about that in the previous video, and I'll give you a sort of a final update on buying a car here in Costa Rica. And I want to talk a little bit about crime in Costa Rica. So getting the car was pretty simple. Like I mentioned earlier, everybody's got to use a lawyer. It's like closing a house deal. It costs about $200-300 bucks. It's a percentage of the sale of the car, just like in the old days when we used to close a real estate deal. The lawyer used to make a percentage of the deal. I don't think they do that anymore in Canada. I think it's a set fee. Anyways, it was pretty easy to do. We went to the lawyers. We had a pre-made appointment for 11 o'clock. Our property manager, Rosa, helped us out a big deal. She showed up to be at the lawyer's firm too. Here's a picture of all of us. And I also have a picture of the people who drove down from San Jose, which is a 5-hour drive. Rosa, when we found this car, contacted the guy and asked him. She convinced him to drive it down for us. So we bought it pretty much sight unseen. Well, not really. We saw pictures and he did a video for us, but we hadn't seen it in person. So we bought a 2007 RAV4 with 96,000 miles. They say, and I've mentioned this before, the advice is don't buy a car from Guanacaste because the roads are so bad. The car is going to be a little bit brutalized because of the roads. You can see the roads. Look at them all. They're rough. I remember 6-7 years ago, friends of ours from Canada visited, and his name was Abbas, and hi Abbas. And he complained about the roads. I'm like, this is what it's all about. This is like too much modernity, and when everything's too perfect is, to me, this is part of the charm in Costa Rica. It's kind of neat. Often I'll be walking down this road and, you'll pass a few cows or there'll be some horses grazing like right there. And it's just like the norm. That is the norm. And you might see monkeys up in some of these trees. That's just like a daily thing. So, you clean all that up, make things too clean and too modern, it kind of ruins it all. I like it just the way it is, nice and dusty and bumpy. Anyways, we're having a good time down here. I love being in Costa Rica. I love the people, I love the networking, I love the weather, I love the health, I love everything that we do down here. And plan on making it a long-term thing. So yeah, we bought the car. So closing it was easy. Thank you, Rosa, for helping us. So if you're buying a car, it's going to be helpful if you have somebody who knows the language, knows the culture, and can help you along. I know I hear rumors of a lot of people scamming people through car sales and that. So the guy who agreed to drive it down for us when we closed the deal, he came with his mom and dad, and they had two vehicles, so they came down in 2 vehicles and went back with one. And I took a picture with them. I did a group shot for 2 reasons. One, I was excited. I was like, selfie time. But the other reason is I have a picture of them in case. I mean, they're nice people. It was a man and a wife and their son. Their son was the one who was closing the deal when we were in the lawyer's office. Lawyers are very professional. I really, it's not the first time we've dealt with lawyers. You need to deal with a lawyer when you buy a house down here. You have to start a corporation. That's just the law. And it's pretty easy to do. It's not a big deal. So we had been dealing with this law firm since day one. So yeah, it closed pretty easy. Takes, I think, up to a week to get the final car registered with the government, and you can't get extra insurance until that happens. They have this thing down here where your car is automatically insured. Marchamo, I think it's called, and they got an annual thing called a Retivi. All the cars need to have an annual checkup for safety. It's pretty standard. So a lot of the mechanics are set up to do that. I'm sure there's a little bit of, you know, game playing and gaming the system going on there, because I see some of the cars are like pretty sketchy. But they have that, and the fact that you have this socialized sort of auto insurance is just very, very basic. It doesn't protect me or my car. It protects in case I say hit somebody. It protects them. But you need, if you want to get extra insurance, you go to an insurance agent, you pay extra for it, and that's what we're doing. But we can't do that, again, until the car is fully registered. So we're waiting to hear back from that, and Tina's already got it set up as far as where we're going to get the insurance from. So yeah, today we got our first phone number, not our first phone number, our first phone number this year. You go to the local telephone place and you get a little chip inside your phone, you know, that thing. So now we got a package, 25 bucks a month, unlimited calls, unlimited WhatsApp, I forget, 500 text messages, and 85 minutes a month of international phone calls. So we got that set up. If you want to call us, hello. So anyways, we got a car. We're excited. Did you hear that guy? I don't know who he was swearing at. I think that's all I got to say about that. It was pretty easy. We want to find a mechanic now, somebody who's reliable, and we want to maintain it so it stays in good shape. Plus, we need to find a place to store it for when we leave. So one thing that we've agreed on is that we're not going to get lazy and use the car. When we go to the beach, we're going to keep walking. And when we stay down here longer down the road, I'm going to get myself a little Honda Wave. That's like a 110cc. It's like a hybrid between a motorcycle and a scooter. So a scooter, I don't like a scooter because the wheels are so small. But the Honda Wave has bigger wheels. Very, very popular. You see them all over the place here. And I see dealers, so, and I think they're very well priced and, you know, very economical as far as getting around. So that's the plan. And possibly when and if we decide to come down here for a longer term, we're probably going to look at upgrading our vehicle. Something possibly newer. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe this car will last us like forever. Cars seem to last quite a long time down here because they don't deal with the same thing we deal with back home. You know, all the salt and the cold, and the weather seems to create a lot of wear and tear on our cars. Right now back home it's like -30. Brr. Okay, I want to talk about crime. So one question people ask a lot is, what's the crime like down there? People get scared, you know, they think it's a real sketchy place, but I feel really safe. Now there is mostly crimes that are petty theft and crimes of opportunity. So if you leave something out on the beach or out in the open, you're really increasing your odds of getting nailed. So you got to be careful. Now, I do hear of other things. There have been some robberies, people getting killed, and such. I heard a story last night about a guy who got the shit kicked out of him, but But the backstory was that he created a ruckus at the local grocery store. The criminal element is no different than if you're in Toronto or Sudbury or anywhere in North America. You just got to be smart and don't be paranoid. Don't live in fear. So I'm at this commercial mall near where we live, and I'm going to talk to a real estate agent. See that? That's a real estate office. I just want to talk to someone, and there's a store called Mr. Tom's, and they sell, it's like a Radio Shack. Saw what I thought was an HDMI cable. Anyways, sorry. I'm going to find a real estate agent. I just want to talk and see, get sort of plug into their thoughts and background on what's going on with real estate. Something that interests me. All right, guys, thanks.